So the area for the lab is now completely cleared out. We've got not enough steel, though, unfortunately, to obviously bridge over the whole area. So we actually haven't got much room for expansion actually to the south here, because we've got the edge of the map to worry about. So we can build up to this area here. So what I'm going to do is basically just steel boardwalk over all of this, right? I've even set to extend the wall down a little bit as well, just because I want us to be quite well defended. I might even take that all the way to the bottom of the map and build a wall all the way south. We don't need that, but I think it'll look nicer in terms of, you know, the building, just because they could shoot at the building, or if we've got anything, you know, I don't know what they could do to it, but just to keep the perimeter secure, you know, I'm going to do that as well. We've got to expand this area too, and actually getting another whole block put on this outside wall wouldn't hurt, because that's our least dependent wall at this point. Everywhere else has pretty much got the triple block thickness there, the sapper-proof nature. One thing that we could do with is the nuclear power plant setting up first. So we will plan out, oh, for fuck's sake, another one of these damn things. We'll plan out the actual map itself. Oh my god, Donitz is going to fucking roast it and toast it with this APB rifle. Watch this, ready? Boom. You are dead, my friend. Now, the best part is when they're on fire, they obviously can't retaliate. Look at that. Its health is in the absolute ground. Holy shit. It's too strong. The APB rifle is too strong, and in the hands of a madman like Donitz, it's so good. One of you pointed out that you know, because Donitz has only got this one very powerful leg, he's like bouncing his way across the battlefield at an extremely hig speed. That's a horrible thought. I love it. Yeah, so he does have, I am right in thinking he does have the 194% moving. He's so powerful. Best part about this rifle as well, it burns the corpse away, so you don't have to worry about it. Obviously, if we wanted to capture something alive, we'd have to go put the fire out and bring it back. It's good for taking things alive, though, because obviously burn does no permanent damage. They just stack up and do pain. So we can knock them down without actually killing them, which is pretty great. Right, so what does this produce? What blocks is this producing? It's got to be marble, right? We need a lot more granite for the outside walls. To be fair, at some stage we could replace all of the outside walls with, like, steel or something. Joe Smertley there, mining away in the deep mine. I've enabled one like us as we've got enough steel to carry on with the build walks, or the boardwalks, sorry. Now, who do we want on the drill? Oh, hang on, no one's on the drill and he's using it. Well, that's always a good sign. This must be just other deep drills. Maybe it's affected by mining. So what we'll have to do then is we'll have to say, who is our best miner? Well, it is going to be Donitz, plus he's got a faster work speed. So I'm going to go to the drill. We're going to say only Donitz is allowed to use that. Chode Smartly will now piss off, thank you. And we'll get Donitz working at the deep mine there, just to churn out as much steel as possible. And then we can carry on with the bridge building. So, steel heavy boardwalk covers up any light water, or a non-deep water. I forget what it's called, actually. What is it? Shallow water. Right, of course, shallow water. Are we building bridges underneath that? You don't need to do that. Sort of a couple of the mods have conflicted with the base game yet. Yeah, no, we don't need to do that at all. I think, in fact, if we do that... Wait, hang on. Steel heavy boardwalk. Is that not what we want? Steel heavy bridge. Oh, shit. Maybe it's because it's a boardwalk and not a bridge. Okay, that's my mistake. Let's cancel all of that then. Let's do it properly. Right, so we want steel heavy deep water bridge. Right, okay. So that's what I should probably start with. So go ahead and build it up to there. So this is going to kind of be the lab area. It's not going to be massive, but we will convert this room into probably like hydroponics, which means we can reduce the size of it, because obviously hydroponics grow a lot faster. And then with the other one, we want to go bridges. Where is that? Structure? There we go, right. We want to go steel heavy bridge, drag over this area as well. Right, so that's going to cover up the light, the shallow water, and then we want heavy boardwalks just to cover up the land to make it all look cohesive and decent. There we go, nice. Okay, that's going to be pretty cool when that's done. We do want to get these granite walls, though, built before we build the bridges, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel these, because otherwise they can just use it as a quick method of getting around, right? Let's go ahead and finish up these granite walls. Now, apparently we're also getting more granite from somewhere. Somebody must be just stone cutting, I guess. Don't know where else we get granite from at this stage. What is that you found there? Chode Smertley, where do you find these things? You bring back constant treasure. I'm going to forbid that as well, so we can use it for the genetics mods. Speaking of which, I've installed a couple of new mods that I saw on the Steam Workshop that sounded pretty cool. One's called Plasteel Surgery, which basically allows you to change the appearance of people that we've cloned. Now, the other one was the reconditioning pod, which allows you to adjust their traits, but you have to spend a lot of upkeep on it, so that's very, very cool. As conditioning weakens, the patient's mind will grow more unstable. Mental breakdown reverses their preconditioning state. Return to pod for 1 hour every 2 days. Right, okay, so we need a couple of those if we want to do something like that. It's a cool idea, though. Basically allows us to reprogram the clones to do what we want, rather than being a direct clone of, you know, either coming out a crappy clone, or being a clone of the person whose brain we scan. We can just have them reprogrammed to do what we want. So that's kind of a nice little additional mod there. The reason we're not getting any steel is because Donitz is obviously researching. What are we researching right now? Something to do with bees, I imagine. Yeah, the bees, which are obviously completely useless at this point. I want to go for prosthetics, because we've got a lot of people missing a lot of shit, right? What is it, like advanced bionics? Look, missing a lot of components. We're missing a lot of essential components too, like legs, arms, kidneys, lungs, that type of thing. You know, it's not like they're missing a toe or a finger or something. So we do need to work on that as soon as possible. Where does the advanced bionics go up to after that? We need like brain surgery and things like that. Let's type that in. Brain, because that's the highest end of the bionics. So assuming we can find that, there it is. Oh no, that's brain scanning. Oh my god, this thing is so difficult to use. Brain surgery. Am I blind? Brain surgery, right, there we go. So I want to grab that one as well. Now, I'm pretty sure that should give us the very last aspect of the prosthetics mod, right? That should be the very last part of that. Yeah, there's the facial reconstruction and the body modification ones, which are a part of the same sort of sub-mod, same mod series, I should say, but separate actual mods. Right, get working on the prosthetics as soon as possible. Build Donitz and honestly build everyone up. Oh god, it's so cold. Wait, outdoors? Oh my god, we've got a fucking great big hole in the wall. Oh my lord, seriously? How long has it been like that? Let's just patch it up with anything, to be honest with you. What have we got? We've got plenty of limestone. Just patch it up with some limestone. Oh my god, this is going to look ugly. Let's go limestone wall, please, for the love of god. Get this heat gone, thank you. Or trap the heat in, I should say. There we go, right, we'll warm back up again. My mistake. Completely my own fault there, I didn't even realise. We could build vents between every room just to ensure that we've got an equal temperature across the whole base. We could even remove some of the heaters at that point, just because I feel like we've got way too many heaters for the amount of land that we've actually got, or the amount of actual area that we need heating, so we could do something like that. Man, I can't believe we've got this giant fucking, like, Carnotaurus, Feralist clutch mothers waiting to be experimented on. Again, once we get the lab set up, we can actually do things like that, and I want to start with prosthetics. That's the first sort of lab-based, potentially ethically questionable thing that we want to do, right? What is everyone doing right now? So Igor's working in the deep mine. I don't think we need Donitz and the two other people researching at the same time. I'd rather have Donitz working on the drill right now. So I'm going to say mining to priority 1. Let's see if that actually... There we go. So it's mining that determines what goes at the deep mine, which is a bit of a shame. We actually want to reduce construction and deconstruction in that place. Otherwise, he's going to be, you know, mining something, immediately hauling it over, mining something. We want to do it more like this so that other people are moving it over there for us. Nice. Okay, work on the base is carrying on in that case. This is sweet. This is looking quite good. Raid. Ted Lone and Man's Confederation have arrived in drop pods nearby. Okay. Ooh, that's quite a few. And we've also got ourselves a purple ship chunk there. Pretty sweet. Okay. Hello. Welcome. We've had a significant upgrade since you guys last turned up, in the sense that... this is something I did before the episode as well. I equipped Donitz, Nick, Mason, Alchemia, Dobson, Grantley Grimble, Victor... and Igor, all with upgrades from their previous weapons. Like, 4 of them have charge rifles. Obviously, Donitz has the APB. Grantley Grimble and Victor have heavy SMGs, and Igor got one of the high accuracy Orbitech laser scope revolver. So that is a massive upgrade compared to where we were last time. Now, hopefully, the kill box is still intact. They can't, like, make their way around, can they? Shit, they might be able to walk around here, but I'm not sure. That could be a problem. I guess we'll wait and see. I didn't really consider that. Alright, here they come. They were attacked by... Looks like they were attacked by some of those dinosaurs then. Yeah, they are going through the kill box, fortunately. Some are trying to go round. Oh god, they're shooting the sheep. Animal. Run. Oh, careful. My Devil's Strand sheep. Door, careful. I might even go as far to forbid this door, because we never use it. It's so useless. Like, so far out the way, they have to clamber over all the rocks as well. Like, it's not a convenient door. Right, you boys squat up over there. Make sure you get Donitz on the outside, round the outside, round the outside. There we go. Look at this. Igor, you can stay on the outside, because your gun does the least damage, and I'd rather these boys be a bit more accurate. We could even go as far to spread out a little bit, eh? Right, you head there. You head there. You head here. There we go. Let's get some spacing. Good work. Well, there's one down. Oh my god, the APB rifle is just annihilating them. They can't even get close. Who needs turrets and mortars when you've got this shit going on, eh? So one of you even said that the way the mechanoid ships work is that if you do enough damage to the actual vessel, they will come and attack the base rather than guarding the ship. So it's recommended we have a couple of mortars built up ready for that, so that we can shell them from a distance and then force them to come through the kill box. The only downside to this rifle is it's gonna light them on fire, and it's not gonna make the others flee because they still count as being alive, right? Why are they just, like, patrolling outside the... Melee attacking wall light? Oh, now they're fleeing. There we go, we got them. Right, put the fire out as soon as possible, if you don't mind. Let's see if any of these boys are worth saving. If we can get to them in time, that is. Let's go ahead and ignore that. That's fine. We should be safe now. There we go. Alright, so what have we got? We've got Fedden. Fedden is okay. Good social. Fairly okay medical. Debbie is crappy. Debbie can go, honestly. Anderson, how are you doing? You're very good. We want to keep you because you're quite skilled with animals. In terms of your prisonership, you are about to be recruited. So that's pretty decent. So we can, in fact, get you a little friend as well, couldn't we? Might as well put down a few sleeping spots. In fact, it might be a good idea to upgrade that into a full bedroom to help recruit them faster. Fedden is good. Not a big fan, though, honestly. We could just capture them and heal them and release them to improve relations, you know, so that we can focus more on the whole other stuff, you know, genetic engineering, that type of thing, rather than worrying about raids constantly. So I'm going to say, yeah, just heal and get rid of them. I mean, they've got burn scars, so we don't need to worry about even healing them up too much, right? Fine, yeah. I want to upgrade this into a proper prison as well, because right now it's a little bit of a sorry state, eh? There we go. It's going to quickly patch them up. Don't need medicine or anything like that, because again, it is just burns. It's not life-threatening. Nice. They should be fine. What we're going to do is, when they're full health, we're going to release them. Scrap trader. So the good thing about scrap traders is they buy everything you've got. They have no limit on what they can buy, but they don't sell anything. So we're going to sell them all the crappy extra weapons we've got right now. Gliding auto pistol is good. That allows us to move faster, right? Or something like that. Sell the dark young meat, because that seems like a bad idea. Spare stomach. Sell it. You know, we'll go for prosthetics. We will make ourselves more efficient. We don't need stomachs where we're going. Don't need copper, don't need aluminium. I'd rather have silver at this point. Do you want to sell them the Igor Throog genome sequence template? That sounds like a terrible idea. And instead, oh man, I was going to say I'll buy some medicine, but like I said, we can't buy anything from these guys. Just take some gold from them then. Problem solved. One of the prisoners has an infection. Doesn't matter too much if they die, because again, I don't want to recruit these guys. I was just going to keep them around for turning them into, you know, opinion with the other factions. Ambrosia. Where'd you find that? Guess one of the people we shot probably dropped it, eh? What is that? Insect. No, they butchered the spider. Shit. I must have allowed all. Oh, god damn it. I didn't think you could slaughter insects. Oh, wait, they can with some of them? What? Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. Very annoying. Forbid that. The animals will eat it, I'm sure. Make sure it doesn't go into any of the fucking meals, for Christ's sake. I'm so annoyed by that. Unbelievable. Cook lavish meals in bulk. Make sure it's not getting any animal... What does it count as? Meat. Insect meat. Make sure that's not going into it. No, I think I've already done that. We're good, aren't we? Yeah, we're fine. Alright, I shouldn't need to forbid that, but I'm going to keep it forbidden just in case. There's so many different mods. You know, it might not be counted as insect meat or something like that. Hey, Anderson, welcome aboard. Right. You are in charge of... You are our Dr. Malcolm. You are in charge of handling animals. You're also a really good warden as well. Holy shit, you are fired, my friend. I suppose, you know, seeing as she's been in prison for this long, she probably picked up one or two things. You're in charge of fishing as well. Harvesting, growing crops is also your domain. Don't really care about anything else. Oh man, she's capable of absolutely everything. What a great character. Deliver? I'm fine with deliveries. I'm going to move deliveries up for a lot of people there. Right, good. Okay. That's pretty sweet, I think. That's going to help out a lot with everything we've got going on right now. So, handling the animals. Now, what animals do we need handling? We honestly don't, to be honest with you. We can train, you know... Oh, our sheep's a... Oh, nice. We got a ram and some ewes. Okay, so we've got basically a very nice little sheep farm there. That's going to be pretty cool. I wonder if we can crossbreed them to produce, say, I don't know, components? Is that something that could happen? Apparently, we can make components with bees. So... God knows how it would work with sheep. We can apparently grow devil strand on them, so I don't see why that's too insane. Speaking of components, Igor's working well in the... I love that Igor Throog. We spent all that effort to bring her back to life, and she's just a mining slave. That's really sad. That's the true tragedy there. Not the fishing tragedy, but the story of Igor Throog. Resurrected from death, just to serve as a glorified miner, really. Let's get these ship chunks disassembled as well, because those can give us some pretty good components. Was there not another one? Was there not a purple ship chunk? Yeah, there it is. A little bit far away, that's alright though. Don't have to worry about the strange sinkhole, it's inactive, it doesn't do anything, we'll just keep it on the map. As a remembrance, in memorial to the Chthonian lava that we have in the base. English is a hard language, have you ever realised? Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get all this out of the actual living space. We don't need this shit anymore, that was only for the stupid bees that ended up dying anyway. Apparently those bees are the most susceptible things we've had right now. Need warm clothes. What's wrong? What do you need? Gear. You've got pants. Oh, the ever-protecting duster. The curse of this friggin' duster, honestly. It's always... Even when I forbid it, they somehow find a way to put it back on. Right, so we need a new parka. Parker. Let's go for make parka. Oh, I've got 2 different builds because I was making them in order. Yeah, I remember. Let's make a couple more Parkers. A couple more Toques. A couple more... I mean, should we just make a couple of each, really? Some more fresh pants as well. Probably couldn't hurt. Solar Flare? Oh, God. Well, that's going to slow things down a little bit. At least Donitz can actually get to work on the boardwalk now, because he's not going to be spending all of his time mining. He can actually start work on the construction side of things. It's pretty sweet. Hauling steel to the heavy boardwalk. Thank you very much. Oh, man, look at this. We're going to have the nicest looking base. What am I going to build the walls out of? Maybe we could just build it out of more steel? We could have them dig up some silver and build the whole base, the whole research lab out of silver, but that seems like a massive waste. At least they'll be happy when they're working in there, I guess. I like the idea of a big steel, like, monolith research lab. That sounds kind of cool. Shouldn't take too long. Do the deep water bridges use more? They do. Wow. Shit, they use loads more. That's insane. Alright, fair enough. Again, I don't really care about the lack of storage space for honeycombs. I guess it's because I didn't want bees in the freezer, right? Manufactured, what was it, bee? Oh, well, drugs can stay in the freezer. Beekeeping, there we go, right, problem solved. Dongo is injured. One of you said repair Dongo, but I don't know if there's a way until he gets completely damaged, so we could just shoot him to death and then do it via that. Whose raccoons are these? Wild creature. Get out of my base? Hare, get out of my base. Jesus, why have we got bears and raccoons in the base? Bears, hares and raccoons. Bears and raccoons would be slightly more concerning, eh? You can get out as well. Hey, piss off. Get out of here. Dirty raccoon. Second, there's a hole in the wall. It's going to be rushing in and eating our meals. I know what they're like. Why are we keeping... Whoa, speaking of meals. Why have we got so few meals? She's got 44 simple meals. Oh, God, that's bad. We might want to build another oven in that case. Another stove in that case, so that we can actually get 2 people cooking at once. We've got plenty of actual ingredients. Like, clearly, we've got shit tons of salmon. We've got some crops. Not a huge amount, actually. No, we can do with more vegetables. We've got so much meat, but nothing else. Right. Okay, then. Get rid of the lentils. Replace with corn. Most nutrition. Takes a long time to grow. Animals could eat it. Might be better turn it into rice then. No, we'll be alright. Got bamboo still being grown. We've got plenty of corn over here as well. Yeah, I just think corn's a better play. It's probably because the animals aren't eating lentils, which is why we've got so much of it, you know? Let's let the animals out now. You can be unrestricted. Or at least within the home area. Maybe Area 1 I'll set within the walls. That's a good idea. Let's go expand allowed areas. Area 1. Oh, Area 1 is sort of already within the walls. That's fine. Anywhere within the walls is absolutely fine by me. As long as our animals just don't get shot, that's all. I need this Chthonian lava around for research purposes. Right, there we go. Just keep them happy. I don't want them running up the sides of the kill box. That's for turrets and things. There we go. Look at them. Having a grand old time running around now. Freedom. You spent all winter in the barn. I mean, it's permanent winter. I mean, they have spent fucking ages in there, though, right? Okay. How long until the research is done? And Nick and Dave doing it. Donitz is permanently in the, permanently working in the freezer here. Oh, I know what I said I was going to do last episode. I was going to corner off part of this and make half of it into a dedicated freezer, half of it into just a storage zone, right? So we should definitely do that. Right, limestone wall. How big do we need for a freezer? I mean, that's probably way too large, isn't it, still? I might even just do it down to here or something. There we go. Right, Donitz, your priority is now construction. Above all else, construction, deconstruction, get to it, my friend. Build those walls up. We could even go as far as to build... Yeah, what we want to do is probably build these into here instead. And dismantle these two, just because they won't, you know, they won't come in any use anymore. Right, there we go. Set these boys down to -9. I don't know if there's the most efficient temperature to have your fridge out or anything like that, or your freezer. That seems a bit crazy to me. Then we'll go expand zone. Designate this one. Why not have the one with the sarcophagus in it where we store our food? That seems reasonable. Let's go critical, allow foods, and allow animal corpses, but not insects. If you don't mind. No insect corpses. Right, there we go. Okay, so now they should haul all that over. And then if we go here, no foods in this one. And no corpses in this one. Besides mechanoid corpses. Mechanoid corpses are absolutely fine. Perfect. Right, there we go. So we've got a little work area as well now. That's kind of a win-win, right? We can move all these stone coats, benches, things like that into here. Get all this shit hauled urgently as well. Get that out of here. Get these out of here. The only downside is when they're fishing, they've got to move longer to actually get it to the freezer. But again, it's not a big deal, is it? Now, what we probably want to do is also stop them... We could double up the doors. That might not be a bad plan, so that, you know, we're conserving a little bit of heat here and there. So I might go... Oh, we can't really, because of the way I've built it. It's a bit of a shame. Oh, it doesn't matter too much. I mean, it's staying cold enough, right, so it's not a big deal. This is the only thing I was concerned about, was that the stockpile was a little too large, a little bit too close to the doors. So I have to do that to ensure that they don't accidentally have meat clogging the doors open. What a disgusting idea. That's awful. Meat is clogging the doors open in the base. Right, let's go ahead and build a I was going to say an entrance. We don't really need to build these, but we might as well. Get these reinstalled into here. So we'll have like a stonecutter's corner. Who controls the British crown? Who keeps the metric system down? Room beauty stats. I don't want them anymore. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Right. Reinstall that to there. And then we'll go for the last one as well. Now, I want them as close as possible. So, fuck me. What button is it to toggle room stats? I keep doing it by accident. Let's move those there. I didn't build a copy. Nope. And then we want to go that one. This. Oops. This one here, and this one here. Nice. That's going to look pretty decent, I think. And again, we'll turn this into a proper workroom. We'll get some lights in there as well. We'll get some heaters, that type of thing, so they're not completely freezing. It's going to help out Donitz mining in the mine, naturally, because the room's not going to be completely fucking cold. We should also put some lights up around it so it doesn't count as being in pitch black darkness for the build time. And that will be that. Alright, let's make that at least semi-symmetrical way. Otherwise, that would drive me insane. Move this one down to here. Why not? Alright, that should be pretty good, I think. And we'll let them work on that in their own time. It's minus 10 in there, though, so we will need a heater or at least a vent or something. Let's try a vent. And if it equals out to the same temperature, it means we've basically got too many heaters and not enough, and we could really save a lot. So is it temperature? Vent, here we go. Right, equalizing temperature between two rooms. Put one there and put one... Oh, god damn that lamp. Let's move that over one. Move that there, cancel that. There we go. Right, nice symmetrical room, except not at all. The doors are completely off-center, partially down to the fact that it's an odd-numbered... it's an odd-sized room with two doors in the middle, which obviously there is no middle to do that with. All right, feel free to crack that open, get some work going in there. Do you know what, the base is only 10 degrees now, so maybe we will need some more heaters. It doesn't matter too much. We can always build them and the vents, you know, to try and save on some energy here and there. Yeah, minus 3. It's probably because of that outside door. Auto doors wouldn't go amiss. Have we researched auto doors? I must have done that during the time we went for Igor Throog to grow. I don't really care what we build out of plasteel. Oh, shit, we're just out of plain old steel, eh? What's Donitz up to right now? Mine ain't deep mine, right? There we go, thank you. Oh, right, okay, so we need to turn him off of construction again. Now we've got everything dealt with. As long as this stays cold, that's all I care about. If the freezer is cold, we're fine. We're in a good situation. Let's copy the balls over from here. Copy that. Paste into there. This is going to take some time, I apologise. Let's grab this one as well. And we'll copy all three over in exactly the same order. All three of the remaining ones over in the same order, so that we will hopefully see a lot more meals being produced. I think that's the limiting factor right now. It's not the jobs or anything like that. Definitely not the actual stuff we've got kicking around. We've got plenty of nutritious stuff. Downside is, you know, we just don't have enough ways for them to cook it. So who's our other cook? A butcher, cook. Got two of those. What are you doing then, Dobson? Dobson is growing crops rather than cooking. All right, there we go. That should fix things, I guess. One's butchering, one's cooking. That's absolutely fine by me. That seems pretty good. Making some lavish meals there. The issue is the animals are eating the meals. So what we need to do then is we need to forbid the animal area. So let's go manage areas. Area 1. What do? We do clear area 1. Hey, don't go into any of these freezers, you little shit. In fact, stay away from the kitchen in general. Right. That should stop them eating. I don't mind them eating the raw food. That's fine. But eating full meals, like lavish meals in particular, kind of a waste. That's pretty good. We've got a nice, much faster work order there. I would prefer to set, obviously, cooking above butchering, because we're going to get a lot more things than we are, you know, we're going to get constant fish corpses, because we've got quite a lot of people fishing there, but it seems to be working out pretty well. Alright, how's the workroom doing? 12 degrees. You know what, that's a major improvement, I'd say. A heater definitely still wouldn't go amiss. The base is quite large and doesn't have enough, so one wouldn't hurt at all. What I want to do, the reason I want to centralize workroom, and we'll get rid of one of these stone cuts benches, we don't need 3, that's greedy. We're not even using one of them, so we definitely don't need 3. What I'm going to do is, because we've got the additional linkables mod, which allows you to build, sort of similar to the, the tool cabinet, right, to increase the speed of things. It adds 3 other types of those, higher tier ones, and we could build those in the center and build the workshop around it, so that people are going to work very, very fast because of that centralized sort of tool system that we've got going on. I'm going to build an electric smelter as well. Do we have enough power for all of this? I'm sure we must, right? What's a grid excess? 1005 watts. Okay, so we've got a little bit of comfortable room there. Enough for like a Barnett's workbench as well and things like that. So why don't we go ahead and put some of those down? Barnett's workbench, simple prosthetics workbench. The fuck was that? Was that Fox about to eat my sheep? Get out of here, Fox. What do you think you're doing? Good lord. It's unbelievably rude. Okay, this is pretty good. I like this little adjustment. I feel like it was a really necessary adjustment too. What we need to do though, the one thing I have fucked up, and the reason why the base is so dirty, is we've left two unfloored tiles there, which is me being an idiot. Right, Donitz, what are you doing, my friend? Still mining, fighting the good fight. Look at all the steel we've got though. That's that problem solved. Let's Let's run a power conduit down there, just in case we have any powered buildings, things like that. So I've set him to initially mine 2,000 and pause when we get to 100 left, just because I don't really want them mining steel constantly. It takes them a lot of time, like a serious amount of time. Grid excess, we're down to about 1,100 watts there, so we're going to be a little bit more careful. We need... oh, shit, that's 3 advanced components. Man. We've still got the fabrication bench, though. Let's do until we have a certain amount in stock. Let's do until we have 5 in stock. That's a good idea. Same with making components. Do until we have... 25 in stock was actually going to be my number, so that's pretty ideal. Unpause when we've only got... Unpause when we've only got, what, left? Like 10? Because there will be some things that require 10. Pause when satisfied. No, actually don't ever pause that bill. If we need to make advanced components, I would say do it as soon as you can. This is nice, though, eh? Why is it so dark over here? Wait, can they melee attack... That might explain it. Can they melee attack the wall lights from outside of the walls? Because it counts as taking up this square, so they might be able to whack it from the outside and destroy it. I never considered it like that. What a pain. Alright, well that should solve that problem in the future then, eh? Kind of concerned. We should probably just make some kibble for the animals, because I think we're losing a lot of crops by just letting them wander and eat what they want, right? I'll deal with that in the future. That's not a massive deal anyway. So we could build another deep mine. Not right there, we couldn't. We'd have to go ahead and expand this wall out a little bit more as well. Yeah, we could build another deep mine and have 2 people working on it. I'd rather Eagle working in the deep mine than working in the actual quarry, because the quarry's kind of old hat now that we've got these things, right? That's the early game. This is sort of the end game stuff. The end game resource generation, not the true like end game of Rimworld there. Probably not a bad idea. Somebody, Nutik, come and do this for me. I don't know why I wanted you. You were just the first person that came to mind. Right. Oh man, why? Oh, can't be placed under a roof. Right, okay, that's me being an idiot. Right, so you have to remove the roof first and then build it afterwards. That's a good way to keep the heat in. There we go, right, do that. And then once it's built, or once they've started building it, you can roof back over it again. Man, that took no time. Didn't even think we had the resources for that. Boom. And that's going to have overloaded the grid. So let's turn that off for now. Again, we need that nuclear power plant doing right now. So let's start work on that, shall we? Let's go power. Let's go advanced nuclear power. And let's put it right as the centerpiece of the research lab. That's going to look so cool, I think. It's right there. Looks about the centerpiece. Let's measure it. Orders, plan. So we've got 11 that way, and we've got 11 that way. Oh my god, have I just got that exactly in the center? 6? That might be a terrible sign. You know, like say people who can perfectly draw circles are mad. I just measured that out. I mean, that's not very impressive though, is it? It's a square going inside a rectangle. That's not hugely impressive. Right. So we need 1,000 steel, 100 plasteel, 250 uranium, 30 components. We're probably not far off that. I think the limiting factor is the components, but apparently we had 25 in storage anyway, so we might be very close to being able to do this. Oh my god, if we get this set up this episode as well, I mean, that's like the most progress we've made in the past week, eh? Donitz, do you just want to crack this out, pal? Do you want to just wake up and get out of bed and actually just sort this out? Oh my god. Have we got enough components? I don't think we've got quite enough components, have we? We probably spent some on this and some on... Oh, this doesn't actually use components at all. We might have spent some on the simple prosthetics workbench, I guess. Anyway, making components won't take 5 minutes. So who's our crafter? Classic, Granite Grimble, thick boy. You, my good friend, go and make me some components as soon as possible. What do you make components out of? It's just like plasteel steel. We could put... Oh, and gold as well, apparently. Oh, because it's supposed to be like a circuit board, I guess. Like an integrated circuit board. Fair enough. I was thinking we could put some... When we actually move this into the workroom, we could put a couple of shelves either side of it, so there's steel and gold and plasteel already on the shelves, so that it doesn't have to move very far. If we need components, it's just a case of immediately getting that done. And having... When we get hauling bots as well, they can immediately haul it to the shelves, picks it up off the shelves, drops it on the floor, hauling bots move it into storage. That was my favourite. When we had that set up in the last playthrough, that was like... That was when we were in a good scenario, eh? So what do we need? We need 22 more components. Where did all our components go? I swear we already had a fair amount. This is just up to Granite Grimble, thick boy now. Yeah, okay, so we could maybe bulk make some. Requires 50 steel. Wait, so making a single component requires what? You make one component and it's like, oh, you need... No, wait, 10 steel. What? Oh, he's making advanced components, of course. Let's swap those over. I was going to say I didn't think they needed anything but steel. Right, that explains a lot. Let's go ahead and make bulk... Do you think we could bulk make... Wait, what? Oh, that's 100% success rate. Don't really get that, but okay. Do until we have, funnily enough, 25. So that build should only be needed done once and once only. Let's go... Move that to the top. And let's cancel that one off. And then unpause at 5 components remaining in storage. I think that's a good idea. Granite Grimble, thick boy, get to work. You're going to have to haul over a shit ton of steel. Do we even have enough steel? Maybe not. It's going to take him a couple of journeys to bring it all over as well. Brain surgery is finished. That's great. So the prosthetics game is almost set up. Oh, God, shit. I forgot about the Carnosaurus. It's completely rotted away. No. Wait, no rotten things in here. Get rid of that. Have we even got somewhere for that? Oh, apparently they're just getting rid of it. Nice. Probably burying it in the mass grave or something. Man, 25 components at once is pretty strong, eh? That's powerful stuff. Boom. And there we go. Problem solved. I like that. Alright, so let's finish off. Wait, was that not everything we needed for the power plant? Berserk Fedden? Who was Fedden? Oh. Right, one of the prisoners. Who cares about the damn prisoners, honestly? Are they healed up? You can release them now. I completely forgot we even had them. Release. Get them out of here. Get them up to full health. Anderson, you may squad up. And we are done. Okay. Nuclear power plant. Here we go. To top the episode off. Let's see how it looks. I'm going to go ahead and just move up to speed 3 here. So we're not waiting for those two to finish fighting 2 prisoners. Oh, God. It's going so slow. Why is he going so slowly? Hang on. Ignore? Nope, that is actually as fast as the game can run right now. Oh, God knows what's happened there. Right. Get ready, team. Man, it looks like it's going slower than regular speed. Boom. Advanced nuclear power plant. Look at that. Let's hook it up to the grid, boys. Ironically, the quickest way to do that, or not ironically, but weirdly enough, the fastest way to hook up the nuclear power plant to the power grid is via a barn. Holy shit, it's done. Wow, that looks cool, eh? Look at that thing. What a good start to the lab. I really like that. That's kind of a nice design as well. Not a lot of things fit with the Rimworld aesthetic, but that's rarely one of them. Nice. Okay then, so we can actually turn this other plant on as well. Boom. 17,000 watts in excess. Holy shit, I'm excited for what we can do with this. Thank you all for watching. We're going to leave this episode here for today because I feel like we've achieved an absolute shit ton of stuff. And I'm going to give a shout out to my insane top tier level patrons. Big Dick Timmy, Zachary Harris, Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Hey Dog, Sedidi, Paul, Necrophil Crosis, I'm the Lizard King, Josh Lindeen Tesla, Michael Mullen, Tyler Birch, Jake Alexander Fenton, Palvis Presley, Logan Thorne, Conspired C, Orcs Wolf, Average Gamer 419, Escape, Zazzy 7011, and Jackson Women for the support the insanity levels on Patreon. You'd think after reading this list for the past, because this is a relatively new list, so there's no reason for fucking out, but I've read that name in particular hundreds of times, and yeah, apparently I still can't do it. And as well to Nathaniel Lindbergh, Brendan Montoniak, Euphrates, Facundo Vasquez, Paul Master, Quasar Fox, Jack Allen, Gabriel Van Ders, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, Johan De Vries, Duncan 217, Zach McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, Asro, Nick, Fraser Brennan, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, Eagle Kozak. Thank you for your support.